are the Muses,
goddesses of the arts,
and proclaimers of heroes,
and pirates,
and villains,
and allies,
and eels,
and aliens,
and princesses,
and inventors.
Oh, man. And there's a lot of these clovers out here.
honestly.
Hello, and welcome to the Lorcana Muses. I'm Brittany,
And Stephanie.
And I'm Kimber.
and we are super excited to have you back for this next episode.
Yay! Also, happy Thanksgiving, because this is dropping on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's true. Happy Gobble Day.
Happy Gobble Gobble Day. Your muses are feeling better? Well, 2 out of 3 of us are.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling a lot better, and Stephanie's feeling a lot better, but Kimber is still down with the sickness.
Yeah. So bear with her voice a little bit, guys.
Sorry, just pretend that I am now in a cameo of Princess and the Frog, and I am now a frog.
I love it. Here we are.
I need some quality ribbits for us to feel this as a reality.
We actually
It will happen.
don't have a weekend update because we're recording this before, like, not on a normal day, recording it on a Friday. So right before League, but we get to talk about how excited we are to play test our decks tonight. And I just posted my deck online, and there was already some rumblings like, oh, this would be like a really interesting. They're really interested to see how it plays. I'll post Brittany's and Kimber's later this evening. But I'm very excited.
No, I'm really pumped. I haven't really played the set 6 cards much outside of Limited.
Yeah.
So I built my deck. I played against Daryl earlier this week and beat him pretty handily with my deck. And so I think it's good. I am doing a variety off of Ruby Amethyst burn deck. So like a hyper aggro, kind of gain a lot of lore for a turn through actions and things like that. Using Maui Shark, using Goofy, like Super Goof, and then using like Flower and Goat to gain lore on entry, as well as like Pirate's Life to steal lore.
Mean.
Yeah. So that's how I beat Daryl. In the second game that we
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Final turn Pirate's Life. It was
He keeps getting Pirates Lifed.
Speaking of beating Daryl, that man, I beat him a couple days ago and he just like wiped it from his memory.
It was funny because he's like, I don't remember playing that deck. And I was like, what?
You played it. I have the proof. I don't know. Anyways, I just thought it was funny. I was like, sir, I'm surprised you're not trying out the location deck.
I brought it with me, but I haven't sleeved it yet and I have not played it at all.
Okay.
So like I built it.
So you do maybe some play testing, but not league.
Testing,
Yeah.
not league, because I haven't played it yet. But I built it. I just have to sleeve it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I brought my Emerald EA Bounce. It's in the game deck, which I really love that title. I've made some changes to it. I added in the 7-drop Ursula Sea Witch Queen, which is kind of spicy. I've added in Cricky, Lucky Cricket.
Oh,
He's spicy. Also helps me with when I can't get out Chromicon and the staff. I still have really heavy lore and people who hit, so I can just quest really fast. So I tried to do another win strategy. And then I added in the Scar that I talked about in Limited because I played him in Limited and thought he's so great in it. So really excited to test it out. And then also some songs that were surprising to people that I added in. Songs that we haven't seen play. But because I have Ursula Deceiver of All, I have Poor Unfortunate Souls. Return chosen character, item, or location with a 2 cost or less to their player's hands. So that helps me with the bounce factor. And then it's nice that I can bounce items and locations with twice.
I have that in my put that thing back where it came from or so help me deck that I'm building, which I also modified a bunch too. And so that's one of my 2 decks. I need to finish building that one out. So it's not the one that I'm going to be playing tonight. The one I'm playing tonight it started off as pretty heavily pirates, and now it's pirates and razors and a couple of knights. And it's Ruby Steel with Taffeta with her cost 2 shift where anytime she moves to any location, she gets 2 lore, because that's just really annoying to deal with, especially with Sugar Rush Speedway, because it's a 0-cost location. And then I have, as my knights, I've got Happy and Doc. Doc because he gets you that card draw, and Happy because he's evasive on your turn. He's a 1-drop, and you can move him to the mine to get 2 damage on somebody. And then everybody else is fitting into that pirate synergy, with the single exception of Calhoun, because I will do war crimes for that woman, and she probably has done war crimes, and I love that for her.
I was gonna say you and Fix-It Felix Jr.
Yeah,
both love that woman.
I mean, Felix loves locations. It makes sense that his lady should be in a location deck too, am I right?
So Fix-It Felix is in the location deck that I cooked up. Like, he was in my location deck in the previous set too. But he's in the new iteration as well. Because it's easy. He's 2-drop, and you get a card if you have a location in play. So the goal is always to play 1-drop location, 2-drop Fix-It Felix, and then 3rd-drop something else, right?
Yeah.
So a variety of things to drop on 3, but 2 is pretty solid.
Interesting. Yeah. No, I like this deck. It's not obviously exactly the same as what I'm used to with Alex, but it has those components. I hope you like playing it, because it's a fun deck to play.
I loved playing
Okay, good.
Smart. And I know that this is definitely just so biased because of where I play at home most of the time, but it responds all right to aggro. And
that's what we're going to be seeing.
Right, nasty. That's the name of his deck, actually.
That's so funny.
No, I just named it. I'm sure he has some other name for it, but that's not official.
Well, I'm very excited to see how League does tonight. I'm excited because everybody seems to be bringing their trades, which I've always loved trading with other people. That's part of the love of the game. And it's funny, Alex was making fun of me today. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna trade in the trading card game you're playing? Like, leave me alone. Like, leave me alone, sir."
You don't. It's always times like that where I tell Doc, I'm like, "You don't know me." He's just like you don't know my life. He's like, that's literally not true.
Literally, I know your life the most.
So I've been like wheeling and dealing on our Discord, like, who needs what? I need these things. And I'm very excited. I think it's so much fun when we're like trading, and then you get into these like 3-way trades because you need something from somebody, they need something from. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's fun. So we will report back on our next episode with how the decks actually hold up against all the variety of decks we're going to see tonight.
Yeah.
And we'll have like 2 weekends of updates, basically.
Yeah, because we'll have next week and then the following week. And next week is also our theme night.
Yes.
So we get to do monocolor decks, and I still don't know what I'm doing for that.
Yeah.
It'll be steel, but I'll pretend like I don't know what I'm doing.
I had an amber one for the monocolor before.
Yeah.
Set 6, and I probably will just alter that because it'd be easier to just fix that. But I do like the idea of doing a ruby one. There's just not much card draw in it, and so like that's the rough part about it. But we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind. I'm gonna do something else. Maybe I'll do like a lore stealing ruby deck.
That's what I thought you would do, because I mean that looks fun.
Yeah. By finding it painful.
Yeah, no. So
I enjoy, it really makes you think how to play the game with the lore stealing decks. I really like playing against those. Even if I lose, I have fun.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Some lore stealing.
Yeah.
Synergy.
It's much more fun, I think, than playing just like a control. And I know I'm a control player, but playing a control deck and then you're just like, goodbye.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there'll probably still be control.
Absolutely, for
not
sure.
Play Ruby and not cell elements. Like, there will be 4 brawls, there will be 4 teeth inhibition, there will be 4 dragon fire. There might even be a few be prepareds in there. We'll see. But
follow the thing, burn it to the ground.
Use it, Tremaine. Like,
Uninkable count goes up.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know.
Not all of those things, but yeah, we know that that's not going to all happen because that unequal count can be ridiculous.
Yeah, when Ruby's by itself is so.
Oh yeah, Ruby is going to be like, it's going to be difficult, but we'll make it work.
We'll make it work.
So in my monochromatic deck, it's also Ruby, and the card draw is a little sad, but the set 6 Vanellope von Schweetz, where if she's at a location, she gets a lore and a card. That's really helpful. And Medallion Weights is chef's kiss. And when I was building that out, I realized that I had totally missed with all of the releases the Aladdin this set, the Ruby Aladdin.
Yep.
Because that 4-cost shift 2, where he gives all of your other characters +2 that turn, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it is so good.
He's a good character.
It's super good. I won a few games with him in Limited last weekend. So
Yeah.
I think playing the new cards in Limited helps me like have an appreciation for them. Like even commons and uncommons that I
Absolutely.
necessarily put in a deck all the time, but like when we're thinking about, monocolor decks that we need to supplement. He's not a bad card overall though.
Yeah. I just wish that
doing a buff deck, right?
Yeah. It just makes me think about our viewer question because I'm like, I just wish he was a pirate.
Oh yeah. So we had a viewer question I missed last Tuesday, and I'm so sorry. That's on me. But honestly, it's that time of year where my brain is going to start going just some melts to the wayside.
I don't even have a brain at this point.
Just call me the Scarecrow. I've only had a brain.
Which, if you haven't seen Wicked, go see it.
Yes, we saw it. It was amazing. I cried. I will see it again with my kids. Probably not the ending though, because that was scary.
Just blindfold them and put on headphones.
I'm like, I think they would really love it, but that ending would be rough. So anyways, so Matt Lally, I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right. He's on Blue Sky. If you could turn any non-pirate character into a pirate, Dreamborn or Floodborn, who would you pick? Bonus points if you have a color or ability in mind for them. So I like this question a lot. I didn't have to think very hard about it. I was like, immediately, I want Pirate Ariel. But I'm also still waiting for Knight Ariel and more Knight Princesses.
Yeah.
But I think it would be really fun if, like, she could still turn into a mermaid and go under the sea. She could be an amber player or even steel. And whenever she sings a song, she sends like a 3-drop or a 2-drop or less to the bottom of your deck, like going under the sea. I would love that.
Yeah, I wouldn't love
that. Would be a good Bloodborne. I want a Bloodborne Ariel.
Maybe a Ruby Ariel pirate where she like goes and just like snatches the gold out of the bottom of the pirate ship.
Yeah, she could steal lore. That would be a good one too.
Yeah,
I'm not a Ruby player, so I wouldn't want her in Ruby.
It's like, don't do that.
I want Amber Steel now.
That's great. I was thinking of a Jim Hawkins because I feel like it was already so close of a possibility in the story, right? In the original movie. And so it would end up being probably Dreamborn because it's a possibility of something that could have happened. And it's not, so it's closer to the truth than. So I don't necessarily be Floodborn.
Yeah, it'd be like a Dreamborn.
It'd be like Dreamborn. Mm-hmm. And then his ability would have to do with something with like probably like some synergy with other pirates, I think. Like, because he would be more of a support type of pirate, I think. Maybe not support as the ability, but I think he would like buff other pirates or be able to do things when there's more pirates on the board.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely not. Like, he's not a captain.
Right, but he would be a pirate.
But he would be.
Okay, I can see that.
The Floodborn is that he's the captain one day.
Yeah, so like the Floodborn of that.
Yeah.
But no, I think just him doing that would be.
For me, I love the Pirate Stitch. I think it looks so great. And so, of course, I want Pirate Lilo. And
they have to go together.
I know. It would be so cute. And I'm just,
Do you know what he would do, or you just want him?
Oh, what would Lilo do? I don't know. What do you think she should do?
Oh, goodness. I don't know. I think it would be fun to see her in a different color, because I think we've only seen her in amber.
No, because she was, and when she is the...
she's in steel.
Steel as the
Oh,
Yeah, so
yeah.
Space. Yeah. She is in Steel, I forgot. But I would like to see her maybe in Emeralds?
Ooh.
Amethyst? Something that would have synergy with Stitch. And there's so many Stitches in Ruby or Emerald.
Emerald, and the Emerald Stitch is the pirates.
Yeah,
Right.
so
So if you want them to synergize, then putting that in Emerald would be good.
That would.
maybe she's evasive.
That could be
I
good.
could see her as just evasive, as a dream born.
I did just think of a Lilo Stitch item I would love to see. It's not pirate related, but I want a jar of pickles to punish your friends as.
I mean,
On the Voodoo Girls.
I'm punishing my friends.
Oh my gosh. My youngest recently rediscovered Lilo and Stitch, so she's been obsessed with it and watching it like once it over. Can I watch it again? Sure, yes, of course you can watch it again. And I love the scene every time where she's like, I'm punishing my friends, and just shakes the jar of pickle. Like, that movie is excellent. I'm really worried about the live action. I don't love the way Stitch looks. I know we're going on a little bit of a tangent.
I mean, it's
but...
Disney. Yeah. Let me just say though, I saw a picture of Dwayne The Rock Johnson all like done up, and I was like, dang.
Wasn't that for Maui or Moana?
Oh my gosh. Yep.
Wrong movie.
I was like,
Wrong fucking Islander.
I was like, is he going to be Cobra Bubbles?
I'm just it's Friday afternoon, folks. Normally a little bit more on top.
We're on top of it. I've never been a huge fan of taking the animated movies and making them live action. I think a few of them have done them really, really well. Lilo and Stitch is top 3 movies easily, so I'm very worried. And also, they did it so beautifully with the watercolors, and oh my gosh, I love that movie so much. Anyways, I would also campaign for Pirate Lilo.
I would love Pirate Lilo.
I think it'd be fine. I mean, and she's like a kid, so like it's just like dressing.
Yeah, it would remind me of like
dress up.
who the Piglet swordsman, where he got like the fence.
Yes.
That would be so cute. Like, I can see it in my head, and I'm trying not to just envision it in Amber because that's what I'm used to.
I know.
I'm like, you could be a Ruby card. Come on over.
Right?
That's where.
She needs to be like a legendary though, because I don't know. I think it would just really
She
fun.
deserves a legend.
She deserves a legendary.
That's true,
for sure.
because Stitch has had.
Yes. No?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh.
Gantu has had a legendary, an unplayable legendary, but
Unplayable legendaries.
yeah, speaking of legendary, segue.
Totally intentional segue.
Yeah, we planned this. We're
So I love the legendaries this set. I think so many of them are so playable. There is one I think for unanimously, just like nobody is going to ever put this in a deck unless it's like a theme deck. And even then, that's very sus because there's so many other cards in that IP. Emerald Hercules, legendary.
like
Wow.
all of the womps. And I'm so mad because he looks like my little boy.
I know, you
He's
look
got
so much
blonde
like
hair
your
and a
baby.
chunky chunk, and just like big old chunky smile too. Like, but my gosh, if it's not unplayable,
It's a great card, and the foil of that card is beautiful. Like, don't get me
it's
wrong.
beautiful.
The art in that card is some of my favorite art. However,
100%.
Excellent
But
art. But the rest of it,
6 cost uninkable. And like the 6 strength, 3 defense is also hilarious because that plays into the character very well. But then it's like, oh, and with this 6 cost uninkable, you get to have the privilege of paying 3 ink to deal 1 damage, but only to a damaged character. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, mosquito bite, say what? Like, Pleakley and his mosquitoes are going to be all up over this place, biting everybody. And Hercules can't.
I know. It's so ridiculous because like this is an emerald card. Steel can do 1 damage ping stuff all the time, and they don't have 3.
Yeah.
And it's paying 3. It's not even sapphire. They don't have the ink to spare. Sorry, I will never be okay.
No, it's a terrible card. I fully agree with you.
And like if you compare it to the other 6 cost uninkable legendary, the set Mr. Ham Hands, Whenever you quest, you can banish a chosen item or a location and gain 2 lore from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a
And he
fantastic
tests for
card.
3.
And it makes sense why he's inkable.
Yes.
Like, I feel like the Hercules, if it was inkable, it would be
A little bit more
a
playable.
little bit more playable.
But
with
still
the fact that he's yeah, it's still not a great card, but at least it could be ink fodder.
And then, arguably the best legendary of the set, I know many people would say it is. The other 6 cost, inkable. I'll say that again. Inkable. I'm so bitter, you guys. I'm sorry. Maui Half Shark. My guy's evasive. He's a 7/5. He can, just go slap Queen's Castle. He doesn't even need a fish hook, just slap Queen's Castle in 1 turn.
He just goes and does it.
He just goes. Ugh. Your action's back.
I am biased, so I think Maui Shark is mean and I don't like him. My favorite legendary is Tiana, Restaurant Owner.
Oh, which I also think is a fantastic.
Yeah.
But I also think it's a great card and a good mechanic for Amber decks. So
Yeah, I don't disagree.
she's in my Steel Song deck. I absolutely adore her. Oswald is actually surprisingly becoming a card that not a lot of people are able to make work. He's a little clunky.
He's a little clunky, and people were super excited when he got
Yeah. I was among those that were super excited, but I'm just like, I don't have enough. I'd have to put so many items in this deck. And I watched a match where someone was playing against a more hyper aggro deck, and I think it was Daryl, he got his Lucky Dime for free. He got Steel Chromicon for free. Got another dime with another Steel Chromicon, and then it was just those are great. But it was so early on in the game that he was just not.
And they were just empty.
Staring at them, I was like, I want those cards on my board. And then I looked at the rest of the board. I was like, oh my gosh, my heart broke. My heart broke. But the Tiana, I love that it plays into that key to synergy.
I do too. I love it.
And
I love her. I am going to test them as well today. Not in league, but just random one-off playing because I just want to see what she does.
annoying. That's what
Because what I know is that deck is almost undefeatable against challenge decks, which is the only deck I have at home to play against with Alex's, which is great because challenge / control decks we see a lot of them. So I know that works. But I would like to see more aggro, more tempo, more just more matchups with them.
Yeah,
So
one of the reasons why I put 2 different knights into my Ruby Steel.
just you could kill her.
Just so I can have more of this. I can move 2 different knights to Mind Train. Up to my Disney World showing. This Heaven Dwarf's mine, so that I can just be get out of here. Because while she's out, if she's exerted, your 3 cost per attack. Whoa.
I really like Yzma too. Yzma's a good limited card to get.
She's really good and limited. I have seen her in a few deck lists, and I don't know how often we'll see that, but
no, before there's not very many legendaries I feel that go super, super well in limited because a lot of them kind of need a little bit more synergy to them.
yeah.
But Yzma just being able to pull that card or pull
But
cards.
I will say our friend Dave got 2 Maui Sharks.
Well, yes.
And that was ridiculous. So kind of 2 of them.
2 of them. That's different. Yeah.
I will say I'm really excited to figure out a deck to make that Simba work. I think it has to be in the right deck. Because I think that ability to have all of the rest of the characters unexerted would really be great. And I know people think of it with aggro, but I think any deck being able to protect your characters is a good idea. I have seen some ideas about putting him with the Kanga character because when she quests, she can protect another character from being challenged for the next turn. So she can quest, then protect him, and then he's going to unexert everybody else.
And I also like that it's a May ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can read the room on that.
May is such a powerful word in this game.
For real though, because the other there are cards like the Scar, which has the Teeth and Ambitions ability, which is not a May ability. It must do 2 damage. to one of your characters to do two damage to one of their characters.
I am so excited for set champs. That mat looks gorgeous.
Oh.
I need a champion mat. I need one so bad. And then I need the card.
It looks so good.
I'm so excited. I'm like, I have to get all the testing in next month because I need to win. Do we know if set 6 is legal for the European and US like nationals?
Based on the timing,
It has to be, right?
6 is definitely for European, because this has to be 2 weeks after, I want to say, store release.
Yeah, for like full release.
Full release. And so it will happen 2 weeks after
Okay.
full release.
I'm just curious because I know that this set has really changed our meta. I mean, we had that analysis last week that we talked about. I'm really excited to see what decks are going to come out of it. So I think European Nationals is going to set the tone for what we're going to see in US.
Yeah.
And then I'm just excited to see how the difference between US and European are going to be. I'm very excited.
Yeah. I can tell.
Yeah.
You excited a few times.
Sorry, okay. I'm just
No, we love this game. I mean, we say the word excited a lot.
We're sorry. I'll think of another synonym for excited. Thrilled.
You're thrilled.
I'm thrilled.
exhilarated.
Yes. Yeah.
So speaking of like nationals, my husband and I are planning on, like Daryl and I are planning on going. So
Yeah, I love that for you. I'm so
know.
excited.
yeah, so like we would really love to do like the last chance try to get in
Mhm.
part, but even if we don't get tickets,
You just want to watch it.
like we want to just watch and do the like watching and side events, because there still will be side events.
Yeah. No, I'm like secretly just excited because of all the content you're going to bring me from
Oh,
social media.
No, yeah, I also want to be there as a content creator, right? Like that would be
You gotta make sure you're stacked up with our business cards and our pins and all this stuff.
token.
And our ink tokens. Yeah, those are coming out in the next series, guys. We're gonna be a part of it. Very excited.
Yeah, so
Not excited. I'm very thrilled.
thrilled, exhilarated.
Hyped.
I'm hyped. It's funny because yesterday I used hyped so much, and now today I'm back to excited. I don't know what it is.
Word of the day.
But I think that's cool. I think you guys are going. It'll be fun either way, whether you get in or not.
Yeah.
It's such a unique chance to go and see the best of the best. We're still trying to finalize because there's 2 people from Arizona who have already gotten in.
Yeah.
And we're trying to finalize getting both of them on an interview because I think their conversation is going to be really cool to listen to. I think they have great things to say. They're really knowledgeable about the game. But they also have very unique perspectives, each of them. So
When they play very differently.
yeah, so I'm excited. I'm thrilled to get them all sitting down together. Oh my gosh.
Name of the episode.
Excited. Anyways, but it's so cool to see everything that's coming out of like what promos you're gonna get, what pins you're gonna get, what the Baymax mat looks so pretty, and I bet you if that's gonna be foiled,
People are gonna freak out.
oh my gosh,
There's always so much love for BMX.
so I'm excited. Ah! You call attention to it now, it's all I'm gonna hear ever. So
Sorry that I love it.
thank you for loving me, I suppose.
Start riveting with my frog voice. If that helps me feel better. Ribbit. Yeah, I told you I got one in.
What are you most looking forward to if you don't get the participant ticket?
Well, if we don't get to like be involved,
Yeah.
like one of the like
Last chance.
the last chance qualifiers, I would really just I want to watch some of the matches and see, because I mean these are high quality players that made it in the top.
Okay.
I'd love to see and analyze some of those things. I always love listening to the commentators and everything, so I would love to be able to practice commentating or something.
I know, I would love the chance to do one.
That'd be so cool.
And so like that's number one, is like I just want to watch more matches because I love being able to analyze what moves they're doing. And,
Yeah.
like, why would they make that choice? And seeing how like these high level players are playing, and I feel like I've gotten better after watching other players play.
I
Sure.
100% agree. I think the more I got to know even just our local community and watching their matches, there's so many great players out there that are strictly aggro players. They're tempo players. They're whatever players. And I've learned so much.
Honestly, just watching people play.
And I appreciate like my opponent when they do win, and I am playing an amazing player. Like I know one match I played against Lucas, who usually wins all the set champs. He was really nice about afterwards saying, hey, you could have won this if you had done this differently. And I really appreciate it. Like, it doesn't feel like mansplaining, which I know sometimes we get into that, mansplaining a little bit. But there's so
way to explain like how to improve versus saying, oh, you did that wrong.
Yeah. No,
like, we've gotten both.
We have gotten both, and I don't appreciate the people who do the latter. But being able to just sit there and say, hey, do you want some feedback? First of all, asking, right? So would you like some feedback? And usually I'll say yes. Sometimes I'll say no, just depending on where my headspace is at. Mm-hmm. But then listening and saying, oh, I could have won with that. Because if you go back and think about it, and then that's made me kind of slow down. I feel like sometimes I have to be quick with playing. Because one, we're on a time limit. Two, my opponent maybe plays quickly and I don't want to feel like they're waiting on me. But it's okay to take up
your time.
My time. Well, it's funny. It's almost like my therapist talking to me. It's okay to take up space. So it's okay to like think through your decisions. I know Brittany is really great about that. You're always like got your thinking face on, and I know make fun of it. But I love it because I'm like, oh, I wish I need to be able to do that better. And I have been doing that better. I won a match against Daryl that he completely blocked out of his memory. And the student surpasses the teacher, maybe the set. Yay!
Yeah, I mean, I know I probably overthink about what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But I do like to, because a lot of my decks, like the order of steps really matters, right? Like, especially like if I'm playing like a location deck where I had to like move a character to a new location, but if I do this on entry, I can get this much more, or I can get extra card draw and things like that. So I do a lot of cards that have synergy together that I have to think through the steps to play it correctly. But I also I like to be able to answer across the board as much as possible. Like, I try not to only focus on that. I do try to have like a balance of control versus not but I that's part of why I always take a little bit longer with my turns, even though I still play relatively quickly. I do think through each step, pretty like step by step. Right? I don't overanalyze until it's really my turn, because so much could have happened on the other side.
Well, I think that's part of why I've really enjoyed playing this new Emerald Amethyst deck, is you have to think about the order of operations so much. And it's funny, in my head, I'm thinking PEMDAS. That doesn't apply here, but like it helps me remind, what are your order of operations here? Yeah. What do you need to do first? And then my opponent has to think about their order of operations, because they're like, if I take out a character without taking out Lyle first, I'm going to lose lore, and then she's going to bounce something, and then I'm going to...
Yeah. So, like, there are some brooms in my new deck, and I didn't quest with a broom before I played a new character, and then I still wanted the card draw, so I still banished it before I had quested, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, I should have quested that first, but I hadn't played that card before. Yeah. And so I didn't think about reminding myself to quest first and then playing the character, because I normally play characters and then quest the ones that are already out, and right. I'm doing it the opposite. So, it's just thinking through new steps and new cards that you haven't played before.
No, I think it's, I know I've said this a couple episodes ago. It's been a while, but the game is easy to learn, hard to master. And Daryl says that, Alex says that. I feel like everybody kind of says that who's a really good player.
Yeah.
And I never really got it. I'm like, you know how to play the game, whatever. What do you mean master it? I'm like, oh wait, there's
about the 6 million things that
there's a lot to do here. and then wrapping your head around the bag, which I think for me, I had to drop the concept of the bag because it was just confusing me.
Yeah, I mean, I did a bit of studying before I was the judge for our turn,
Yeah.
just to refresh my memory on the steps of how things happen when you're watching the game as a judge versus as a player. And I mean, and most of judge questions are about the bag,
Yeah.
and not about, you know, gameplay status, but at least from what I've read online, right? Like I didn't have to make too many judge calls during our tournament, but but in general, like I have to think about, you know, when we're thinking about the bag, right? It's not really, it's not like a Mary Poppins bag,
Yeah.
right? It's just
I just feel like there could have been a better way to explain what it is and what it does.
I always just think about something that's completely not Lorcana related, but still Disney related, where it was Phantasmic, which behind the magic. So like close your ears if this is like close to your heart, Phantasmic magic. But at the end of the show, when they have the steamboat with all the characters waving and then the fireworks afterward, there is someone whose job is to bag the fish. And that's putting a fire blanket over Ariel. And
No, stop.
I swear on my life, like they're bagging the fish. So Ariel gets paid more for that show because she's like,
Yeah, because she's like in danger. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I just love that that's the name for it. So every time we're like, in the bag, I'm like, I know who's in the
Oh my
bag.
gosh. One of these days, but I need to do like behind the scenes with. I forget that you worked at Disneyland.
Well,
You
I
did?
didn't.
Doug did. You, yeah.
But like,
bagging those.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. Tell me more secrets about Disneyland.
oh my gosh. I think,
Maybe not this episode, but
yeah.
in a future episode, we'll
like,
do
ooh, what
secrets
did I do?
behind Disneyland. That's so funny.
Behind
though.
the utilidor.
Ooh, that's so funny. I love Disneyland. Even if the secrets were all unveiled to me, I would still love the magic of Disney.
I love it even more.
A duel went real bad.
I want a pretzel
Oh,
and their churro and their candy apple. Oh my god, the candy apple is so
candy apple.
big,
so
so good
I just want to sit outside
in the cool air.
in the cool air and have people a grilled cheese and tomato soup. That combo.
yeah.
That's at that shop on Main Street. And
We need to do
castle.
the Muses Go to Disneyland episode.
That sounds
We would
great.
love for someone to sponsor us for this.
Yes.
Whatever you want.
All the wishes, if we could. All the money in the world. Once one of us wins the lottery.
We'll be full-time podcasters.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Podcast on location. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Hot Disney. Oh, that's crazy.
Ravensburger. Send us to Disneyland.
Robin, we'd love to play in Disneyland. It'd be great.
We can do pack rush while we wait for the parade. Come on.
We'll take so many pictures.
I know they have their own. Disneyland itself has their own separate team for that, but I mean,
Parking all those dogs.
the ifs and wishes and coulds that we have.
I'll rip packs while going on Tiana's restaurant adventure.
Right?
Like, I'll risk whatever.
Which I've heard somebody just came back from Disneyland and they went on the new Tiana.
Adventure, yeah.
She said it was amazing.
Oh, I'm so excited.
She said it's everything you love about the Splash Mountain, but now it's upgraded and it's better. It's just so much fun. So I cannot wait to go and visit. It might be a year or two because we have other things to go visit and do, but
All right.
we're going to open a pack. One pack. Brittany's going to, so ASMR.
Below them all. Ooh, full rip moment. All right. Rabbit, indignant pirate. Speaking of pirates, the White Rose. This is in my burn deck.
I love that.
Fred, Mascot by Day. This card was
Fred.
Markowski, Space Trooper. 3, 2, evasive. It casts inventors.
And traumatic reading of pack opening.
That's exactly how I would read that. I think it in my head. I'm still here. Action song. Hero, Hamada, robotics prodigy. Pluto, guard dog.
Love that card.
He's great. Oh, the Aladdin we were talking about earlier.
Ooh, the shift one, yeah.
The shift one. The mystical tree. Tadashi Hamada. Ooh.
And now I don't have to get Daryl one.
So we don't have to have Daryl get this one. I hope he's not making the trade right now while we're recording.
Well, he's supposed to make the trade with me, so.
Yes, he's supposed to make the trade with you.
If he's not doing that, I guess, whatever. Don't go back on your tradesies.
No takesies, backsies.
Public service announcement.
That's cool, though. Can enchanted.
Well, not
Or not enchanted, all legendary. Yes.
so good.
I did a thing, by the way.
Oh, snap.
I may have bought an enchanted.
Oh, which one?
The one that I really, really want. Tiana, restaurant owner. I have to have her. So I treated myself. Treat yourself.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna get her. I found her for pretty decent price on TCG Player. So I'm very excited to get her and show her off.
I got an enchanted for my birthday.
You did?
Yes, from my best friend.
What she doesn't know is that the trade I did for the Tigger was always going to be hers, and then I was just being mean and lording it over her.
I told her it was my favorite, but that's okay. Like, it could be her favorite too.
It is I do love Tigger. Like, Tigger is my favorite.
Yeah.
And Winnie the Pooh is one of my favorites. But I was not like, I need Tigger.
No, I as soon as it came out, I was like, I need that card. But yeah, so I have the enchanted Tigger, which means now I have to put him in a deck because I don't have a deck of him right now. I mostly just wanted him.
We're sick. We're like, build around the enchanted.
I mean, because I have the enchanted Speedway that I traded for.
Yeah.
And that's in the location deck. And then I have the enchanted Super Goof that I got from last set. And that's in my burn deck. And so like I was like, well, one deck.
I like it.
Or he might just go on display because I just love him so much. So I want him to put him in my display box.
Yeah.
I mean,
so plus that's the only way I get my hands on enchanted is if I trade them or buy them. I don't pull them.
Or your husband buys one for you.
That's true. My husband actually bought from you the Maleficent staff.
That I won during limited.
So here we are. I don't even think he waited like minutes after he posted it. He was like, "Oh, I know."
Yeah, he hadn't and I didn't text him until hours later because I didn't check my phone after because we were just deck building and then we were playing, and so I didn't see it for hours. And he's like, "Are you? I guess you don't need to trade it." But I was like, I didn't.
You're just busy. Yeah,
I was busy playing. My mom is always like, "Are you playing cards again?"
Yes, Mom. It's not
It's not just a phase.
It's not a phase.
Like sweeps hair over eyes dramatically. It applies more eyeliner.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of, it's not just a phase. Disney Plus just announced that they're doing like Riley's DreamWorks.
Oh, yes.
And the episode that's going to be Riley's vampire boyfriend. I was dying of laughter. The Twilight crossover we didn't know we needed.
My oldest is so looking forward to it because she is a big Inside Out fan, the first one and the second one. So I haven't told her that it's coming. There's new Bluey minisodes that are coming, and I'm looking forward to that.
Are you not excited?
I hear. If anybody's looking for a co-host podcaster, I might be like, no.
Oh, very rude, ma'am.
No.
We are wonderful.
I am a good friend. Oh, all right. Well, it was so much fun to talk to you guys. We're gonna come back with our analysis of how like our decks are doing and how they do. I'm gonna try to take a little bit of notes after gameplay to see.
Yeah, I'll take notes in between.
Yeah,
just what colors I'm playing and what colors we're seeing out there.
Yeah.
Because it's so interesting to see how different metas change and are evolving.
And so quickly, right? We did talk about how anticipating to see more aggro at the
Yeah, but maybe we won't.
beginning.
Maybe we won't. So follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Blue Sky at the Lorcana Muses, and on X at the Lorcana Muses Pod, or email us at the lorcanamuses@gmail.com. Happy questing.
Happy questing. Happy questing.